All right, 4.1. We're doing the same thing we've been doing. It's just going to be a longer process. So we're factoring when this first number in standard form, a, is not equal to 1. So I'm going to start by multiplying a binomial, and then we're going to go backwards and we're going to factor. So first I'm going to split this first one. So I have 3x minus 4. And then remember, we write the second binomial twice. So 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5. And then I'm going to multiply. So I get 6x squared. 3 times 5 is 15x. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8x. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And then I combine my middle terms. So 15 minus 8 is positive 7. Okay, so now I'm just going to go backwards and I'm going to factor this. And we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Identify A, B, C, and then multiply A and C. So A and C are the first and the last. And I kind of ignore the negatives until we get to adding or subtracting to B. So 6 times 20 is 120. And we want factors of 120 that add or subtract to 7. So just start thinking about factors of 120. 2, 60, 3, 40. And you can use a calculator. Oops. So 120 divided by 2, there's my 60, 40, 30. Sorry, my 4s are getting hard to read there. And then 5 and 24, 6 and 20. There's a lot. And I'm still not to anything that's getting me to 7. So I'm going to keep going. 8 and 15. We got it. Okay, so I'm stopping there because 15 minus 8 is 7. But I want it, oh no, it is going to be positive 7. So we're going to rewrite positive 7 as positive 8. Oops, positive 15. I wrote the 8 first down there. So positive 15x minus 8x. Then I'm going to bring down my negative 20 and my 6x squared. So I want you to notice that I just rewrote this step. These match. So the next thing we're going to do is group. So group the first 2 terms and the last 2 terms. Group the first 2, group the last 2, and then take out the greatest common factor from each group. So in our first group, these both have an x, but the difference is now we're looking at numbers and not just a variable. So 6 and 15 both divide by something. And if you're not sure, there's a shortcut in Desmos called GCD, greatest common divisor, of 6. You would type 6 comma 15 or your 2 numbers, and that's the greatest number that those both divide by. So I'm going to divide that by 3. And you can do the same thing, 8 and 20, which is 4. So I'm going to divide by negative 4 because whenever this leading number is negative, you want to take that out. So 3x minus 4, and then we're going to write the leftover stuff in parentheses next to it. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, and then we have an x left over. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and the x's are gone. Negative 8 divided by negative 4 is 2, and we have an x. Negative 20 divided by negative 4 is positive 5. Okay, notice I just rewrote this step. See how we're just going backwards? That's all factoring is. And then the last step is to take the one that was split, the stuff we took out, and you write it just once. And then the one that's the same, you write that just once. And now we're back where we started in factored form.